Statesman here with head women's golf coach Nick Rule. Coach had a little bit of a break, and you guys are back at it this weekend. Cardinal Stritch. Let's talk about where the team's at right now.
Yeah, we came off a tournament at Clark a few weeks ago where we just played an incredibly difficult course. Toughest course that we played since I've been a coach here, so in the last 5 years as far as slope and rating and things like that were concerned. And we won the tournament, so that's nice. Didn't play as well as we have in the past, but I don't know if that is much course or, game-wise.
Right.
But I mean, I feel like a score of an 81 or an 82 there was like a 77, 76
Sure.
at a different course. So I don't think we play. Initially, we were kind of like, we just didn't play well. Played well enough to win, but didn't play well overall. But I don't think it was necessarily as bad as we initially thought after taking some time to think about it. But we've had a nice 2-week break here with our top five, and we had a mixed team play in Grinnell last week to where we had some of our kids that were in the top five and some of the kids that were just right outside the top five playing, and they ended up winning a varsity tournament as well with Mount Mercy among other teams in the field. So good spot right now. We've had a few-week break, and we got a nice, a tough event coming up here, leaving tomorrow for Milwaukee.
Sure. What about the course? What about the field this weekend? Things that you can highlight?
Yeah, Brown Deer Park is the course. I believe is the name. Anyway, it's a LPGA course.
Oh, sure.
Great course. Used to host a tour event there as well. It's going to be a challenging course, but nothing compared to what we played at in Galena. So
Right.
anything that's not Galena South course
Sure.
is going to be a nice, welcome change. But a lot of good teams in the field. Indiana Tech is going to be there. They're a top 10 program, I believe, right now. Olivet Nazarene is receiving votes. Madonna is going to be there. They're receiving votes. We've seen both those teams already this year, and
Right.
Olivet actually twice.
Right.
And we'll see them this week and next week. Grandview will be there. And then, University of Wisconsin's bringing a team. I don't know if I don't think it's their top five, but I think they're bringing somewhere around the back end of their lineup, and also the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. So tough. Northwestern Ohio will be there as well. So really, really good field. And we're gonna bring 5 players there, and we're gonna try to compete. And
Sure.
that's what it's all about, is just going out and compete. So. Demi will play in our one spot. Demi Kutsa, the All-American from last year. Maggie Yang, the Conference Player of the Year, will play in our 2 spot. Natalie Booten, who's been a nice story this year, she'll be in our 3. Courtney Cunningham on last year's national tournament team, she'll be in the 4 spot. And then Jean Yang, All-Conference Honorable Mention last year, will be in the 5 spot. So
Sure.
Good week of practice. It's raining out here today, but we'll see what we can get as far as preparation is concerned. So it'll be a nice way to gauge where we're at.
Sure. And actually, really, you're about the little past midway point of the fall, so still a tournament at home next week, and then you have the NAI preview at the end of this month down in Georgia. So still a lot of play left in the fall. So still good or bad, you have a chance to continue to evaluate where the team's at going into the spring then.
Yeah, exactly. At this point last year, we were at about 5 events.
Right.
And we're at 3 right now with the first team and 4 right now with the second team. So each team last year at this time had about 5 events under their belt. We restructured things a little bit to where we weren't playing every week, and I kind of like it in a sense to where our players are having a week off. We've had more days off this year and practice and such than we've had in last year, just so they're taking a little bit of a mental break. And
Right.
because our kids are very competitive, and if you're competitive every single day 7 days a week, that kind of wears on the mind.
Right.
So we've been giving them some days off just to keep them fresh, and today we'll have a light practice. But yeah, I mean, next week we play at home as well, and I don't know who knows what'll happen. We've had a different lineup every single week in
Sure.
our top 5. So. And we've got some young kids that are really starting to play well, that started out in the back end of the lineup, that are really, really getting a lot better. So lineup decisions are going to be tougher and tougher each week,
Sure.
But that's a good problem to have. But next week we said we got a few tournaments left here coming up, and this weekend will be a big one. And then we just work on to what's next at hand, the next task at hand. But our ball striking has been very good this year, hitting more greens than ever before, more fairways than ever before. And our own worst enemy is ourselves. And as long as we can stay positive and we stay humble and not just worry about all the other stuff, we're gonna be in good shape. And they're a talented team. They just gotta relax a little bit and have some fun with it. So.
All right. Well, that's why you're the head coach. You get to help them out with their mental game and figure all that out. Make sure they're ready for the meet. So
well, I tell people all the time that as a golf coach, about 20 or 30% of the time you're actually helping with mechanics and such. The other 70% of the time you're a sports psychologist.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's okay though.
Yeah.
It's part of the gig.
That's right. All right, Coach. Well, best of luck this weekend. Again, Cardinal Stritch on Saturday and Sunday. So good luck. Looks like a tough field. So
yeah, it'll be a good test, and we'll have a lot to talk about next week.
Okay.